Good morning, y'all. In this life, there's one thing money can't buy, and that's your health. Next on CostTv.
I kept trying, kept failing, game plan, kept changing, dreams fading, started hesitating, couldn't deal with the agitation, it only led to the act. This story is one of hope, patience, and resilience. This is a brother who I've known for over 15 years. We've worked together, always kept in contact. Good soul, good heart, caring. And I asked him if we could document the story to bring awareness to people going through the same thing. And he said, sure, we're gonna get it in. Never hesitated, never questioned it, and how he went through the traumatic process of being a kidney transplant recipient. His name is James Ramey, and this is his story. Driving out to Connecticut. Y'all, so we just got here. Let's go and say what's up to my boy, man. My brother.
How you doing?
Good to see you. Good to see you, my boy.
Well.
This is my boy James.
Welcome to my home.
Yeah, man. Happy to be here, man. Yo, I haven't seen you since everything, right? Since the process.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
3 months.
Yeah.
Peace. My name is James Ramey. I'm from the Bronx, and I got diagnosed with FSGS. It's a kidney disease, and that's what I'm here to discuss today.
All right. Yo, James, so when you first noticed, was it a regular doctor appointment? Because I know when we was working together, you was going to the gym, you was producing your music, you was doing all that.
Mm-hmm.
What was the red flag, and how did you find out about the disease?
The red flag was, I would say, about three years ago. Actually, I had high blood pressure for about 10 years, and it kept getting worse. So 3 years ago, my doctor, my nephrologist, decided that she wanted to test my blood and to test my kidneys to see if I had any type of kidney issue. So she proceeded to do that, and she noticed that my kidney functions were at 3. 3 meaning where when it comes to
it needs to be addressed.
Yeah, it needs to be addressed, and I had to get a kidney biopsy, which I wouldn't want that for my worst enemy. That was very difficult to deal with. So once they got the kidney biopsy, they took that biopsy, they tested it, and they got the diagnosis of focal segmental glomerular sclerosis, FSGS. That kidney disease is a particular kidney disease. There's many variations of it, but the main ones are people who do a lot of drugs, which is not me, people who abuse their kidneys, people who have a lot of infections, people who have HIV, and the second one, which I have, is genetic. I got it through my genes, my ancestors, and that's how I found out. And it's funny because I took one of those 23andMe, and in the diagnosis from them, it said that I had a certain sample of FSGS. So when I found out from the doctors, and then I did the 23andMe, it all coincided with each other. So, you know, that by then, that's when I started my mission on getting better.
James, so what was going through your head and what was your emotions when the doctor said that you needed a kidney transplant?
I was very emotional. First, before we got to that point, I had to change. Well, actually, I changed the way I was eating 7 years ago. I started eating vegan-wise. I mean, I was eating meat, I stopped meat. I was eating chicken, I stopped chicken. And I started eating plant-based stuff. But then they told me that my B vitamin was low, so I had to start eating fish. So salmon was my way to go. So after a while, when they told me I needed a kidney transplant, I was very, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to expect. But I know that, you know, things were going to change in my life, which it did. So that's where it is.
So James and I, we worked at Montefiore Medical Center, and I would like to thank them for all that they did for James and all that they do for people, not only in the Bronx, but all over the country. We used to have to set up ambulances and ambulettes to dialysis center. Mm-hmm. How did you feel when you found out that you had to do dialysis, and what type of dialysis did you have to do? Was it at a center or was it at home?
Well, speaking of where we used to work at, I never thought that I would actually be a patient. You know, we were there at Montefiore helping people, not only just setting up ambulances, but getting authorizations, sending the proper paperwork to the insurances, getting medical documentation from the doctors. And when I found out I had that, I was like, wow, you know, now I know what those patients are going through. And what was your second question?
The dialysis. Did you do it in a center, or you did it at home?
Well, I was blessed to do it at home.
And what is called?
It's called peritoneal dialysis, which you do it for 8 hours. You have a solution that you put in the machine. You take a machine home, and you have a catheter placed in your stomach, and then a tube sticking out. So what you do is you take the solution, you click it to the tube that's sticking out of your stomach, and then you do your dialysis that way. And it was better for me because I was able to still work, because I still had a family to take care of, you know, and still do some of the things that I like to do. Still continue to make music, go to the movies, you know, go out with my wife from time to time. Even though my eating habits were different, we weren't able to do the things that we did before I found out. But to me, it was a blessing to do that, because I didn't want to do the hemodialysis, which they put a shunt in your arm and they stick this big needle inside your arm, and then after a while you have a big skin lesion from all the dialysis that, you know, people do. So I didn't want that. I'm terrified of needles. So I was blessed to be able to do it at home.
I was with you through this whole journey, and I would just like you to tell the viewers from the beginning to the time where they said that they had a kidney for you, the bumps in the road and the strife. How did you feel during that process?
It was kind of crazy because right now I'm three months post, so that means I had my kidney transplant 3 months ago. Prior to that, it was very hard to find a donor. Very, very hard to find a donor. And, you know, I understand people get scared or whatever. So my son-in-law was willing to be a donor for someone else. He wasn't a match. And they have this program, it's called a switch program. Montefiore has a switch program where if they have somebody that's has the same blood as me or a match for me, if their donor has the same match as me, and then my son-in-law, since he's not a match with me, he matched with a person that had his blood, so it would be a swap. So prior to me getting the phone call, my son-in-law, he went to get tested, and you know, they were giving a whole bunch of runaround, and that same day I was supposed to get a decision if they're going to move forward with him doing it, the switch program, or not. Just so happened that same day I got a phone call stating that they had a kidney for me. So I discussed it with my wife. You know, they said you have 5 minutes to decide, because if not, then we have to go on to the next person. So I told them I'll call them back. So I spoke to my wife, and I said, what should I do? Should I, you know, wait for my son-in-law, you know, if they made the decision on him, or just take the kidney? Something told me, spirit told me inside that I should just take the kidney, and my wife said the same thing. So I just went and took the kidney. And the crazy thing was, after I accepted the kidney and I was ready to you know, go to the hospital, because I had to go to the hospital like within 2 hours, we received a phone call that they did not accept my son-in-law to do the squat program. So it was a blessing. It worked out, you know, and good thing that I listened to my inner self and my wife, and you know, here I am right now.
So James, in the midst, and we praise God that you got your kidney that fast, because there's people that wait 10, 5, 15 years to get a kidney. In the midst of all of this, just like me, you go through a more painful situation, that is losing your mother.
Yeah.
In a couple of words, how did that affect the process of getting the kidney?
So I got the phone call December 13th. My mother passed away April 6th of last year. That took a toll on me. You know, she was a great mom. She did everything for me. She was very well loved. You know, everyone loved her, my wife, my children, my grandchildren. And it made me a little depressed. Not little, it made me depressed. But I said to myself, you know, although she's not here physically, she's on the other side. And, you know, we'll be protected. And I think if it wasn't for her pushing this along, I still would be on dialysis. And I know she had a lot to do with the process. It was very, very tough. Very, very tough. And I know if she was here today, she would be very, very proud. Last year was a very tough year for me. I had over like 3 surgeries, the hernia surgery, them taking out the catheter and the kidney. So it was really, really tough on me. And then my mom died. So it took a lot of mental fortitude to be able to, you know, get through everything. You know, I think my wife, she dealt with a lot of stuff. She was there for me, and she was a big support system to me. And Isaiah's too. He was always checking up on me, calling me every day, and I'm just grateful.
In conclusion, to that one guy or that one girl that just got diagnosed with the disease, what would you tell them if you had to sit down and tell them about what you went through?
I would tell them that I've been there. I know how it feels. It's tough in the beginning because, you know, you're scared. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what your future looks like. But if you go within, think positive, because that's what's going to get you through. I mean, that's what I had to go through. You know, besides of the other things I was going through, I was thinking positive every day. It was tough, but that plays a lot into the, you know, making sure that your mind is right and prepared. Also eating right, not eating a lot of junk food. Watch your salt intake. Meat has a lot to play with it, you know, has a lot to do with it. And drink a lot of water. A lot of water. And just make sure, you know, you have a good support system, because, you know, sometimes you feel alone. And, you know, I've had those moments, but, you know, I have people that were around me that, you know, made sure that I was okay. So this is what I want to say to you guys, you know. So my name is James, and this is my story. And thank you for listening.
Hi, my name is Jessica Ramey, and I am James' wife. And the journey that I have shared with James has been a tough road, but it's doable. You just have to have patience and listen to what the doctors say. You know, good eating is key. Also, not to feel that you have no hope. You always have to believe. Prayer is a big thing also, because I prayed for this man. And just basically support, you know. He never really spoke too much about how it took a toll on him, but since we've been together for 30 years, I can really tell how he's feeling. So trying to understand what he's going through is a big thing also, you know. Cooking the right meals, also his vitamins, his medicines, his trips to the doctors, mistakes with the machine. How many times did that machine flood the floor in the middle of the night, and we had to get up 2, 3, 4 in the morning, clean it up and everything. So patience is a virtue, you know. Just stand by your mate's side as a partner. The best, you know. And there's a lot of disappointments too, because on this road I decided to give a kidney to James, and I matched, and everything was going good. Our hopes were very high, but due to health reasons in myself, the conclusion was I wasn't able to donate to him, which was a big blow. But, you know, it really made me sad about that. But I am very grateful that someone else was able to bless him with more years on life.
story, yo, James. Stay strong. Keep shining your light on the world. I know it's a difficult process. I know that you have to go through so much more, but just know that you got this, man. Thank you for being a good friend, for having a great soul, and I appreciate you sharing your stories with us. I didn't know I was gonna end up in the beach, but you know, in this life, money cannot buy health, man. Money cannot buy good health. You saw it with Steve Jobs. You saw it with a lot of people that their bodies, the disease took over their bodies and they were unable to come back from it, which means that take care of your health, man. If you be able to walk a couple steps a day and go get yourself checked and try to stay on top of it, you should be all right, man. But we only got one life to live, and as long as we're here, we might as well take care of it. You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to let y'all know that, and I'm so happy James came on. I appreciate you guys. I go by the name of Cost. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and as I always say, man, from the beach, go in peace.
I kept trying, kept failing, game plan, kept changing, dreams fading, started hesitating, couldn't deal with the agitation, it only led to the aggravation of not having the ones who had some things was stunting and bluffing, had to create my own path, my own luck, found my